José Benavidez
How you doing,
Sr.
champ?
What's up, Jose? ¿Cómo está?
Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you, brother. Can you turn your phone sideways just so the people can see you a little bit clearer, man? See how young you look, still having those two fantastic boxing sons and being such a
Is that better?
young-looking father right there, man. So we wanted to get you on just to, I guess, make it a little bit clear for us. Your son has said some things that's gotten us excited. He seems to be like the hunter of the Charlo, man. And now he's saying that in order to slay the lion, he's willing to go to 160. But we've seen him miss weight at 168. Obviously, he's been in camp. He's still got 2 months for the Ustadz fight. So he's feeling confident that 68 isn't a problem and maybe not even 60. You as the trainer father, is that a possibility after Ustadz since Charlo has a title?
Well, just for the records, the last fight, David a week before the fight was at 168 because he had to prove and he had to, everybody was talking about that he couldn't do the weight. So a week before he was right at 168, no problem. I think definitely he could do. I don't know if he could go to 160. I'm not going to lie to you. We really won these fights with all these people, especially Charlo. But we definitely could do a catch weight, mid in the middle. I think there's no problem with that. David really wants this fight. He knows that he has to make a big sacrifice and give the people what they want. And it's not going to be easy, but it's doable. And I think I think he could do it, no problem.
So Charlo's biggest excuse is David doesn't have a belt. If David proposes a catch weight, the belt won't be on the line, or at least David won't be able to win it. Are you okay with that?
Well, you know what, man? To be honest with you, I'm not. If it's for a title, anything's like I said. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. But this guy has to be serious about making that fight happen. We'll do in our power anything that has to be done to make that fight. We don't care about belts. We don't care about nothing else. We just want the opportunity to fight him. So in reality, if we could do it 160, it's pushing it a little bit too much. But if he's fucking serious about this, let's make it happen. But if he wants to do a catch weight, we'll make it happen too without the belts. I think the fans deserve this fight. The fans want to see this fight, man. And don't get me wrong, it's a very dangerous fight. Charlo is a good fighter, very intelligent fighter. But I think David can really knock him out, to be honest with you. And we're so confident about our work and what we can do in order to get recognized and make history. I think these are the type of fight that we need to get.
Do you think that you can call on the WBC because of the ranking of David at 168 and the fact that he's a two-time youngest WBC champion? You guys have attended the conferences. Can you petition for a title shot versus or to be ranked for a title shot versus a Charlo through the WBC?
I think there's no problem, man. The only problem we have here is the duck Charlo. He's ducking David. He doesn't want to fight him. So at the end of the day, there's nothing we could do. To be honest, if Charlo doesn't want to fight and he's doing all the excuses, the vaccination, the under 24, 25, whatever there is, man. To be honest, man, this is just a fucking waste of time with this guy. This guy doesn't want to fight. If he really wanted to fight, and if he wanted to prove everybody wrong, why not take this fight? If David's so easy, why not take that fight, bro? Caleb Plant doesn't want to take the fight. Canelo doesn't want to take the fight. Why is it? Why? I don't understand. Why is everybody so afraid of David? I don't understand. If he's beatable, and if he's so easy, why not? That would be a good fight. Any of these fighters that I mentioned would be a great fight. Everybody wants to see David fight any of these fighters, but these guys, they don't talk about them. They really don't. They don't want nothing to do with them. So at the end of the day, there's nothing we could do. Just keep working hard, staying focused, and keep doing what we're doing.
So when you say he's a duck, you say that so confidently. Do you have any, have you had conversations that the fight was offered to him, or are you just going off the energy of his interviews?
The reason I'm calling a duck is because I talked to a promotion company. There's no problem there. They'll make the fight as long as he wants to make the fight. There's no problems there. I reached up to him with a lot of respect up to his DM, to through his Instagram, and I told him, hey, listen, buddy, your own promoter. I mean, your own manager. I think this will be a good fight for the fans. I think it's a very dangerous fight for us. Let's make it happen. That guy never got to me back. I try to get in touch with whoever he's involved. His trainer also said that David doesn't bring anything to the table. And look who he fought, and he almost got beat. What do you mean David doesn't bring anything to the table? So I have a lot of respect for his trainer, but when you start talking shit like that, that to me, you guys are a bunch of ducks.
Mm. Punch, you got anything for Coach?
Yeah, I mean, like y'all giving up. Y'all actually saying to the world that we're willing to drain ourselves to get this fight. Y'all giving up everything, no belts, whatever, catch weight, or we'll just go to 160. I mean, Jamal Charlo should just jump on this opportunity, in my opinion. I mean, there's a fight that the fans want to see, and y'all willing to give up everything. Y'all don't even want the B side. Y'all don't even want the B side complimentary. So
I don't care, dude. Let us be the B side. Do whatever you guys want to. We're not even fighting for money. I'm not even talking about negotiations with the fight. I don't care about the money, bro. We don't care about the money. We're willing to go down. We're willing to do whatever it takes to give the fans what they deserve. I mean, fuck it, man. Who cares if somebody loses? At the end of the day, we all win. And the fans win too, man. It's time to make these fights happen, bro. Fight good fighters against the good fighters. They talk about the other side of the promotion companies and this and that. Fuck, we don't have that. But why is it not happening? Because if these fighters don't want to fight, nobody's going to obligate them to fight.
Do you think that there's certain fighters that's just not willing to carve their own legacy and waiting on Canelo too long?
Well, I don't think they're waiting for Canelo because nobody, Canelo makes his own fights. And imagine if we sit down and wait for Canelo, that might never happen,
Oh, I'm saying like a Charlo that he might not want to fight you.
I know for all the fighters too. I'm talking for all the fighters too. Why wait, bro? Really? I mean, boxing, bro. It doesn't matter if you lose. If you give a good fight, that's how you're gonna make history. Look when all these great fighters, Duran, and Sugar Ray Leonard and all these guys fought, man. They were exciting fights, bro. It didn't matter who lost. The people were super happy. They want to see the rematch. They want to see sometimes they fought 3 times, bro, because the fights were that good. So this is what we want to do. We just want to fucking fight, man. Good people. Nothing away. I'm not taking nothing away from Uzcategui, but dude, really, he's not at that level anymore, man. We're not underestimating Uzcategui. He's a dangerous fighter. He was a world champion, but we can't just beat him. We got to look impressive. We got to put him out, bro.
Well, man, you've basically said everything I wanted to hear, man. I'm more of a doer than than just a questioner. Like, I'm texting with Mauricio. I'm trying to get Mauricio on. I want to get this fight, mandated or called. This is a big WBC future fight, and I think that maybe Mauricio can get involved and kind of give a double ranking to Benavidez in both 168 and 160 so that he is eligible. Especially knowing that Canelo is a person that drives his own career. You can't really, like, Benavidez could possibly be in the same situation that Charlo was in when he was the mandatory to Canelo, and then Canelo just took franchise status. So, like, I say that to say that it's not a given that you're going to get Canelo just because you're the mandatory at 168.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, it's nothing's for sure. We're going to fight for another eliminator for the WBC, but that doesn't guarantee anything, man. I'm just so, I don't know, not happy, bro, because, all these fighters claim to be the best and they want to fight the best and they end up fighting guys that have bad records. How the hell are you, what do you mean? I don't understand that. I think we should prove ourselves and fight. And like I said, we're willing to do anything with any of these fighters. Canelo, Caleb Plant, Charlo, whoever's up there, bro. We're here, man, to fight any of those guys. You know, I think David has the experience to fight all these guys. He was a two-time world champion, undefeated, 24 years old. You know, that's what we're here for, man. We train hard to show what we got, and at the end of the day, you guys are the ones that should push these fights. You guys got to demand these fights because, I mean, you guys are the boss. You guys are the ones that support all the boxing and buy the pay-per-views and the fights and all that. You know, so I mean, that's the only thing that could probably happen. You know, when you guys demand all these fights, I mean, we're here to fight. Whoever you guys want us to fight, we'll take that fight.
Coach, being as though that you guys are contractually obligated to Samson Lewickovic and Samson Boxing, you're only exclusive to PBC through the connection of Samson, right? Or do you have your own?
No, man. You know, to be honest with you, Samson is a great person. He got us to where we're at. We're so thankful. We're still working together. Everything is going well. But, you know, anything can be possible. Anything, anybody, you know, anybody from another promotion company wants to make it happen. We're here. You know, we're not difficult to work with. We're not thinking about the money. We're not thinking about A side, B side, title defenses or title eliminated, whatever, man. We're here to fight, bro. And we got to prove ourselves. We got to show you guys that we're ready to get to those titles, whatever it takes. We're here to get anybody that it's up there and it makes a interesting fight.
So you're willing to put your son in with a Demetrius Andrade who also can't get a fight, also is considered a dangerous fight, a difficult style. Canelo said he's a horrible fighter.
I like Demetrius Andrade. Are you there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I like Demetrius Andrade. You know, he talks nothing but good things about David. And I support him too. He's a great fighter, very slick fighter, very difficult fighter. But, you know, I'm not talking shit about him, but you know, if he wants to make that fight, man, that could be another fight that we're interested in. And let's make it happen. You know, I mean, he's looking for a fight. We're looking for a fight. There's a fight right there, bro. Anybody, man. To be honest with you, we'll fight anybody right now at 168. I'd rather fight the fighters that are up there and have a lot of experience, the dangerous fighters. I'm not going to say no to the guys that are not up there. But we'd rather fight the guys that are known and bring a lot of danger to the fight.
So, I mean, you kind of answered this next question, but I guess I still want your direct opinion on it. If the PBC tries to push you towards the David Morrell route, would you take a stance and say, look, we've been with you for a while, we want a bigger name?
No, like I said, you know, no names. I have never said no to a fighter. At the end of the day, you know, I'm super happy with what they're doing with David's career. I will never say no to any fighter. Everybody's welcome. We're here to fight whoever is there. And if the people want to see it, let's do it. Let's do it, man.
Well, David, those are all our questions, man. Excuse me, David, no, Jose. Those are all our questions. We definitely just wanted to make sure that this 160 thing is realistic, because we know someone will interview Charlo and he'll say, well, I mean, I think the next statement's going to be, well, he's got to make the weight, you know, so we can see if it's real.
Now, what excuse is he going to come out with now? You know, motherfucker, send the contract, let's do it, and then you'll see, you know. I mean, I think whatever, man, let's just be serious about it, and we'll make it happen. I don't think it's that difficult, man.
Again, when you say send the contract, is it difficult for you to tell Samson, hey, we want this fight? Can you see what shakes and falls out the tree? Like, have you called anyone and said, hey, find out about this fight?
It's not difficult, man. Like I'm telling you, it's all about these fighters wanting to fight. We can make it happen. These guys are making it difficult. They just said they want to fight, they want to do this, they want to do that, but they're not serious, man. I'll tell you right now, and if they're watching, if the Charlo's watching, if he's serious about this fight, get in contact with me, man. Let's make it happen. I'm David's manager, and we want this fight, and let's make it happen. But you got to be serious about it, man. You know, you can't just be talking a lot of shit, you know. Grow some balls, you know, and step up to the plate, and let's make it happen.
Do you have
Jose, in a perfect
Do you have? Hold on. Do you have Ronnie Shields' number? Because he kind of advises. I mean, he's been there forever with Jamal. Are you in contact with Ronnie?
No, man. You know,
right, I'm gonna send you the
Ronnie,
number.
if you're listening to me,
I'll send you
everybody
the number.
has my number.
No,
it's
no,
on the website.
I'm
you know?
sending you the number. I'm sending you the number right now. Don't you worry.
His number.
Call him up right now. Call him up right now, Ness.
Call him right now. Let's make it happen. Call him right now, bro. Let's not wait. Let's give the people what they want.
Ay, sí, coño, así mismito.
Go ahead, Mario. I cut you off.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute.
Somebody call him.
I'm trying. I'm texting him ahead of time. He's reading it though. He's got an iPhone.
They're never gonna pick up, bro. If they're watching this show, they're not gonna pick up.
Nah, Ronnie picking up.
Ooh.
Ronnie picking up.
Jose,
Look, he already said when.
In a perfect world, right? Would you want a fight before to get to like see how he acclimates to the weight? Like, would it be you would just jump straight into it?
If we're gonna make a sacrifice, we got to do it now, bro. David's 24 years old, man. Right now I feel really comfortable that he could do anywhere right now. Like I said, he was a 168, and we'll push it, and it'll happen. It'll happen. He's young right now. He's only 24 years old. I don't know if I can say that next year, man. We're running out of time here for that way, I mean, I don't know what else to do, man. Believe me, we'll make anything that's possible in our hands to make this fight happen.
You got to pull the Shannon Briggs. You got to go with Jamal Charlo's eating dinner. Go out there, eat whatever he's eating. If he's on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Take the towel away, whatever. You got to do whatever, man.
Pull up on the
Let's see. Fingers crossed, because I've lost relationships, David. I'll be honest. I had this fantastic show one time. It was Eddie Hearn. It was Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, fucking Shelly Finkel. But we lost some friends because of that. So I'm letting them know you're here.
Hey, listen, you will never lose me, my friend.
I'm glad.
I'm honest, man, and I'll tell you, right now there's a big thing going on about Rolly Romero. That he's mad because he one of his opponents fell.
Pulled out.
He didn't want to fight for the title.
Austin Dulay. Austin Dulay is pulled out now. I think he's got like a knee injury or something in sparring, and and Rayo wants to step in, right?
I have a fighter.
I know,
Rayo. Let's make it happen. Man, we're warriors here, man. We want the opportunities. We want to show what we have. We're not scared of losing, man. Lose or win, that's what we train for, man. We're here, man. We train super hard, bro. We're very confident, and we're here to give people war, man. We're here to give people good fights, man. And in order to make history, like I said, we got to go through all these dangerous fights. We got to risk a lot, man. But we're here. Jose Valenzuela is ready to take that fight in 2 weeks. He's been training, no excuse, and hopefully they can take it.
We got Ronnie. I love my job. Ronnie Shields, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, man.
Turn that sideways so Jose Benavidez Sr., David's father, trainer, manager, can see you clearly. So obviously the conversation and the talk of the week is the fact that Benavidez, David, said he's willing to come down to 160. Senior here, they just don't believe you guys want this fight. So I want to just see if we could just talk about making this fight amicably. So who wants to take it away? Man.
We're ready to make any sacrifices. We want to give the people the best fights. Like I said, Rich, sir, it's a pleasure talking to you. I have nothing but respect for you, and you have a great fighter, a very dangerous fighter. Like I always said, Charlo, it's a very intelligent fighter, but I think we should make this fight, man. It should be an easy fight to make. We'll work. Negotiations will not be a problem. We could work it out as much as we can, but we got to make this fight. What do you think?
I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight myself. But,
what's the possibility of making this fight?
The thing about it is I'm not his manager. Al Heyman is. You have to talk to Al Heyman about that. You know how it goes. I'm the trainer. That's what I do. And
Okay, well, thank you
But
so
don't
much.
you got
Right.
final
You know,
say, Ronnie? Don't you got final say? I mean, you've been on here saying that they give you the names and you know, and then you make the decision, right? I mean, you still got some say in that camp.
But Al would call me. He would call me and ask me my opinion. And once he does that, then we'll see.
well, I
So
have Ronnie, I have a question for you. I saw one of your interviews, and you said that David doesn't bring anything to the table. I got a little bit mad. I'm not going to lie to you, but David brings a lot to the table. He was a two-time world champion. I think it's a fight that people want to see. I mean, what do you think that he doesn't bring anything to the table?
No, I think what you misunderstood was when David when all this started with him and Jamal, he had just got stripped of his belt. And and he was talking about Jamal moving up to 168 to fight him. And I said, for what? It didn't make no
But
sense for
what,
him
you don't
to
think?
fight for nothing.
Listen, I think we need this fight. You need this fight. If he beats David, he'll go to straight to Canelo. I mean, that would be a great fight. Both of these fights
We
would
don't
be
need
super
David to
big
get to
fights.
Canelo. We don't need
Huh?
David to get to Canelo. We don't need David
Oh,
to get
well,
to Canelo.
oh, congratulations. So you're having this fight with Canelo. Oh, sorry about that. You don't need David. David doesn't bring anything to the table, right?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we don't need David to get to Canelo. Why would we
Oh,
need David?
are you guys afraid or what? What do you mean you don't need him? If you guys I mean, if you're in boxing and you want to fight the best, I think David's one of the best fighters right now. Why
He
not
is
take
one of
that
the
fight?
best. I
Or
agree
why
with
not take that
you.
fight?
He is one of the best
Are you guys
fighters out
scared?
there.
Are you guys scared or what is the? I mean, I don't understand. Why would you fight Canelo? Why would not fight David? And I mean, people want to see that fight.
So
let me
let
let
me
me
ask you a
ask you
question.
something, Ronnie.
If you had a choice to fight Canelo or Jamal, who would you fight?
I will fight. You know, to be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Jamal is a more dangerous fighter than Canelo. To be honest with you, it's a
That's not the
more
question.
risky. Well, I'll take your fighter, Jamal.
No, you wouldn't. Stop lying.
Why not?
See,
Why
know
not?
No,
what?
you wouldn't.
That's just a
Why
bald
not?
faced lie, man. You know damn well you will
Sure.
fight Canelo before you fight Jamal. You know that.
Why would I do
This is
that?
a
I mean,
business. This is a
it,
business. Because
it,
you're gonna make twice as much money fighting
you all-
Canelo than you would Jamal. So come on, man. We gonna keep it real.
listen,
Keep it real
I'll
now.
tell you now. I'll
Don't
tell you
lie.
right now. We don't care about money. We don't care about belts. We care about
Yeah,
history.
okay.
In order to,
Well, you know what? You're the only person in the world that don't care about money or belts. You're the only
money
person
comes.
in the world
Money
that's
comes.
in the sport
But
that
you know,
don't
when we
care about money. You don't care about it. You don't care about money.
well, you know
Okay.
what, the
But you
money's
know what?
gonna
You're in the
come.
wrong sport. You're in the wrong sport.
You know, when we beat Charlo, the money's gonna come. Don't chase the money. The money will come. You know.
If you beat Canelo, the money will really come.
Well, I mean, I don't worry about money. I worry about legacy, making history, and fighting the best. You guys are the best, and we want to fight the best. You know. But if you guys don't want to fight, you know, there's nothing we could do.
Wait. I just think that Ronnie is more into the gym than some of the boxing politics. So I want to ask you a question, Ronnie. Do you think that the fight between Charlo and Benavidez is pay-per-view, or is it just Showtime Championship Boxing?
I don't know, man. I mean, it could do good on pay-per-view, maybe.
All
I
right,
mean, I
so
don't-
I'll remind you that when Earl Spence did 48,000 in Texas, he had David Benavidez on the undercard. I was there live when he came out. They were lit. Go back and watch the playback. They were there for him as well. He's Mexican and he's a two-time champ, one of the youngest. I mean, black versus Latino. It's the green print. Floyd showed us this. And the fact that he's Mexican and willing to concede not only in going down to 160, why can't you do it in Texas? Charlo being from Houston, this guy being Mexican, the fan base. I mean, we could put this in Dallas. There isn't anything at 60. What do you want for Charlo at 60 not named Canelo?
I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, look, we just got off a fight, as you know. And look, if he can get Canelo right now, he would definitely move up to 6'8" and fight Canelo.
All right, so I just got a text from Mauricio. He's with the family, but he said if David Benavidez and his father want to formally submit a petition, we would absolutely submit it to the board for voting. So I'm telling you, bro, you could use politics to get the fight. You could become the mandatory at 160. They don't have anybody like Ronnie, no disrespect, but at 60, you have no one for Charlo, right? Like, I'm going to break it down for you. What happened? The reason Montiel got the fight is because no one wants the fight. They went down the list. Like, Charlo already beat Dervinchenko number 2, and he's moving to 54. Jaime already doesn't want it, and when he takes a shot, it's going to be on his network with the WBO. So that's 1 and 2 out the way. Nobody wants to see Selecki. Nobody wants to see Selecki. Jacobs beat him. People beat him. His name isn't Benavidez. He's not Mexican. He don't sell tickets. Get that out of here. Montiel just lost, who's number 4. Liam Williams just lost to Andre. Like, who the hell is John Beck? Charlo don't want to fight another Eastern European that nobody fucking knows. I'm just being serious. It's time to both of you contact the powers that be and make this fight. Like, at 160, there's absolutely nothing in the WBC for Charlo. There's nothing there. Name one fight that you like for him.
Hey, Ness, I just want to give a shout out to the Benavidez brothers.
Damn, you ain't gonna let Ronnie answer that first. You just gonna let me cook and cook.
Hey, bro, I just really wanted to come in because they came. Lil Dave came up sparring Kelly Pavlik, and I'm from Akron, Ohio.
Here he go.
And Kelly used to train with Jack Lowe in Youngstown, and man, that's a hard fight for anybody getting in there with Benavidez, bro.
Troy, we trying to make a fight here. You talking about Akron and Youngstown, man? What the?
I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a hard scrap.
No, we got Ronnie right now. Bro. Ronnie already texting Al. I can see his fingers moving. Like, Ronnie, do you like the fight? Do you like the fight?
I like the fight.
I like all fights, man.
No, do you like this fight? Don't you feel the demand from the people? How many interviews you been asked about this same topic? Ain't it time to give us the fight? Or do we need 3 years to build up?
This is the first time somebody's personally asked me about David and Jamal.
You got to be kidding me, Ronnie.
Telling you, I've done plenty of interviews and he's never come up.
Yes, he did. You said that he didn't bring anything to the table. You changed the conversation. So that's what he did come up.
I think that was with Nestor. That's after he got stripped of his belt. I say, if we move up to 68, why would we fight David when he has nothing to fight for?
It's a lot. I think you guys could gain a lot from it. And the people are interested. They want to see that fight. I think, like I said, Charlo's a great fighter, man. You know, people are going to tune in, man, because that's the fight that people want to see. Like I said, Charlo's a dangerous fighter, a very good fighter, very intelligent. And, man, I think that's the fight. That's the fight that people want to see. So we all gain from the fans, the fighters, and everybody. That will put Charlo up, and all the way in the top, bro.
But you know what? Call that anyway.
What do we call Charlo to take the fight better?
Nah,
you can call Charlo all you want to.
Yeah, you got to call Al.
You can call Jamal all you want to.
All right, but Ronnie, can I ask you a question, Ronnie? Now that this conversation has been brought to you again, would you bring it up to Al?
Of course I will.
Beautiful.
I will bring it up to him.
And again,
exactly what he has to say.
And to reiterate, do you believe that this is a pay-per-view worthy fight for the fight fans?
Well, you know, look, man, this pay-per-view is a tricky thing. You know, I mean, it really is. Depends on timing. Depends on everything. You know, I mean, it could just as well be on Showtime, but you know, it's the powers that be that decides whether it's pay-per-view worthy or if it's just regular, Showtime worthy.
It's definitely pay-per-view worthy. I would pay for this. Let me ask you a question. Did you see the Tank made around 215,000 pay-per-view buys for his fight with Mario Barrios, who's also Mexican and from San Antonio?
Yeah, that was great.
All right. So you don't think Charlo, the 2-division champion, current WBC champion versus the 2-time youngest Mexican champion could do over 200,000 pay-per-view buys?
Oh, I think it could. I think it could.
Because I'll remind you.
But again, you asking me that.
Because
I
gotta convince you. I gotta convince you first.
I ain't got no say so.
You got all the say so. You got Al's number.
What I think if it's gonna do 300, 400,000 pay-per-view buys.
Nah, because when they call you, Ronnie, to ask your opinion, you have the power to be like, yeah, this could be a lucrative fight. You know,
it could be a lucrative fight.
Your opinion matters.
I'm saying it could be a lucrative fight, but I can say that all I want to, but I can't tell that. I can't say, you got to make this a pay-per-view fight. Who can I tell that to?
Nobody. You just
That's what I'm saying.
You just suggesting a good business model. You suggesting a good pay-per-view versus a good 2-division champ versus a 2-time champ, a Mexican in Texas. Come on, man. I don't even know why we waiting. This shit should be on the schedule.
Hey, I would love for it to be on pay-per-view. If
Right,
that was the case, I would love for.
We're going to circle back with you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time long enough to hit up Al?
Hold up. Did I lose you?
Nah, you right there.
Okay. I don't see you guys, though.
You probably
Thank you, sir.
There we go.
So I was just saying 2 weeks time, 2 weeks time enough to double back and see if you and Al had a conversation. Give you and Mr. Benavidez Sr. here time to call the powers that be to get this done. Because he's conceding. He's saying he's coming to 160 now. There's nothing really to talk about. Right?
Hey, you got it, brother.
Look, here's the thing. Again, if Al said, hey, man, this is the route we need to go, boom, we there.
That's it. So you got it, Benavidez. You know what you got to do. You got to make the call, man. You got to make the call.
We did already. He approved. He already approved for it. We just waited for Charlo to approve and his team.
We
already. He never called me.
I already asked.
Al never called me about that.
Well, you say that you're not the manager. What will he call? I don't know. He probably called Charlo.
You just said Al said it was okay.
He said,
Stop lying, man. You know you ain't talked to Al about that fight. You did not talk to Al Heyman about that fight.
Well, let's make it happen.
Did you call Al Heyman?
I called our team. I called him our promotion, and I told to Luis de Cubas. You know who Luis de Cubas is? He's the one.
Every day.
I'm about to text Louis, man. Let me talk to
Louis every day. He never mentioned that to me.
Well, call him again, and why would I lie? I'm not lying.
But I'm saying this. If you called to Cubas and talked to him, I just talked to Cubas a little while ago.
Call him again.
He never mentioned it to me.
Let's call him again. I did. I mentioned that we wanted to fight Charlo. That's the fight we want. Why would I call somebody?
You might have mentioned that to him, but he never mentioned it to me. Is what I'm saying. Al, I talked to Al. I talked to Al the other day. He never mentioned it to me either.
Yeah, we've been talking to him about the fight. We want to make this fight happen.
My point is, nobody mentioned it to me. Nobody said anything to me about it. Nobody said anything to Jamal about it. I talked to Jamal yesterday.
Well, can you talk to Jamal?
They mentioned about this or that. Nobody's mentioned it.
Well, can you? If nobody has mentioned it, Charlie's been talking a lot of stuff, So why not make the fight?
But what I'm saying is, you said you talked to the powers that be, the Coopers and Al Heyman, but they not mentioning it to us. Nobody said anything to Jamal. Nobody said anything to me.
I even, with a lot of respect, I sent Jamal a DM to make this fight happen. Never heard back from him, So, I'm just trying to find a way,
He knows how to talk to you. Every one person he's going to talk to, and that's Al Heyman.
Everybody has my number, so let's make it happen, Al cannot make nobody fight if they don't want to fight, We're here ready to make that fight if you guys want to make that fight, But Al can't make nobody forced to enter a fight if they don't agree, they don't want to do it. At the end of the day, you guys make the decision if you want to make the fight. I don't blame you guys if you don't want to make it. I'm just trying, with no disrespect.
All I'm saying is, you say you talked to Al, you say you talked to the Coopers, and I'm telling you that none of them mentioned anything about Benavidez. So what part of that don't you understand? Maybe they got it.
Ronald Shields, how you doing? Can y'all go to Al and ask for the fight for the David Benavidez fight?
He already went to Al. He just said he went to Al. He said he
We
went
went
to
to,
Al
we already asked for that fight. We told Al, we told Luis de Cubas, but at the end of the day, it's about their team. You know, if the team doesn't want to agree with it, I mean, do you know Al
What
like
team
would
don't
like
want to
to
agree
fight?
with it? See,
Huh?
you're confusing me. You say what team
Okay,
don't want to agree with
listen,
it?
let me
Or
tell
you
you,
mean Al
let
don't
me
want
ask
to?
you,
Al don't want to
we
agree
can
to it.
go to Al, we can go to Al, we can go to Luis de Cuba, we could go to everybody. But if you guys don't want to take that fight, nobody's gonna make you guys take that fight.
You keep
Now, do
saying
you
you went to them already.
David,
Now you're telling me you
you
got to go
blocking
to
your
them.
face, David. You
You got to
blocking your
make up your
face.
mind. Either you did or you didn't.
I did, but I'll go again. I
Okay, but
did.
nobody has mentioned that to us. Is what
Well,
I'm trying to
I
tell
mean,
you. Just accept the
maybe,
fact that nobody has mentioned that to us and said, okay, you know, maybe they will, maybe
David,
they
you
won't.
blocking your
I don't
face.
know.
Jose, you blocking your face with your hand.
oh, sorry, bro. Oh, there you go. Well, I don't
So
know what to tell you, man. This fight has, I
Yeah,
mean, we won this fight, and if you guys don't want to take that fight, I mean, whatever you say, whatever I say, it doesn't matter. If Jamal
you're
doesn't
right.
want to take that fight,
You
I mean,
now you're right. You're right
so
about that.
yeah. But I thank you. You know, like I said, you know, you're one of my best trainers, bro. I look up to you a lot, and I mean, at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to fight, he doesn't want to fight. He has his own reasons or his own path that he wants to follow. I mean, but we're here to fight anybody. I'm not looking for Charlo. You know, we just want to get the big fights with Charlo, Canelo, Caleb Plant. You know, Demetrius Andrade, anybody, man. We're here to take those challenges, and you know what? They're very dangerous challenges and very dangerous fights. You know, but at the end of the day, that's what we do. We train for it, and we want to make history. And we're here to see if we can get those fights. If not, you know, we keep working.
yo, man, I tried to call Louis, man. He ain't answer. I called his ass twice. Ronnie, call Louis, man. Give us this fight,
Oh,
man.
ask
Yo,
him. I
you
ask him. There
too.
you go.
You too,
Ask him
though.
if you can
No,
ask
but
him
you
about that
too,
fight.
Jose. You too. You gotta be persistent too. Call Louis and say, hey, why? I spoke to Ronnie today, and he said no one's ever told him
I
about this
talked
fight.
to I just talked to Lloyd not even an hour ago.
You should call him back or at least text him back like, yo, what's this Benavidez Senior talking about? His son is willing to fight us, and you ain't
Yeah,
offer me
let's
that.
do
Come
it.
on, Ronnie.
Nothing.
Let's get this. Yo, you can't act like, listen,
Man, look,
Charlo,
you know,
it was two brothers on one pay-per-view and numbers reported to 120. I'm telling you, man, this is what I do. Those two alone will definitely get over 200,000. If Tank out here doing 200,000 with Mario Barrios, man, come on, man. Charlo versus Benavidez, if y'all don't crack 200-300, that's easy. That's easy. How isn't it? Come on, Charani. Look, I don't want to keep you any longer. It's late. I know that. So thank you, Mr. Senior Benavidez, and thank you, Mr. Ronnie
Ronald.
Shields. I appreciate y'all both coming on the show.
all right, man.
But
Thanks.
please, let's call
Thanks,
each other's team. Nah. This ain't just a TV. We want to call each other's team.
Yeah.
Are both of y'all saying, oh, look, he left. So it's up to you, Ronnie. Call Louis, Ronnie. Get this one done for us.
All right, man.
All
Talk
right.
to you later.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you again. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Ronnie Shields, world-renowned trainer. We're trying to make it happen, man. Hey, Al, man, give me my cut, man. I need more than 10%. I got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yo, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.